Hi, welcome back to me and Mon Ami, and today, well, we've got something a bit different for you because we're taking our Citroen Ami to a Fiat dealership where we're going to take a look at the new electric Fiat Panda. Well, we might never make it into the Fiat Panda, Mr. Boo, because we've got stuck behind an inarticulate, articulated truck. Oh my God. How do they drive these things? They're terrifying, aren't they? Here she is, look at that. Wowza. I love this, that pull-out cord, 4.5 meters long this for the front. You have 2 charging systems. This is slightly slower, but obviously this is quick to plug in. And then the rear one is the faster charge. But it's fun. It's designed by the same guy who designed the Renault 5, you know, the new one.
Funny that.
It's very clever. This little panda detail, it's certainly very quirky and fun inside, isn't it? It feels quite high. It's tall.
So much room.
Yeah. Air conditioning.
Fancy.
Heaters. Proper switches, which I think is nice. I'm sick of everything being touchscreen. Apparently this display is meant to be very simple. It's just CarPlay really. Rear wiper. Imagine that. Weird having no handbrake for me. I'm used to doing that.
Oh yeah.
I don't have handbrake. I think you just press P, don't you?
I like the doors. They close like car doors.
You actually don't bang and the whole thing shakes. It's true. Try getting in the back. Try getting in behind me. We're testing rear leg room for Mr. Boo. Not that you're going to sit in the back.
Only if I'm naughty.
That's me pushed fully back. Is that... Have you still got room?
Yeah, I've got room.
I don't think I would be that far back as I was having a sleep, which probably I shouldn't do when you're driving. Oh yeah, very nice. And you've got this bamboo case here at the front, Mr. Boo's bamboo box. You've got fast charging here. I think this is only in the higher end on the Prima with the fast. This is the more basic version, which I think the actual under the hood spec is the same. We're talking about interior stuff, we're talking about rear cameras, we're talking about charging things at the front, aren't we? And the bamboo is different, it's sort of carpeted. Don't really like that much, do you?
It reminds me a bit of like a bus in Yorkshire, or like the old...
In the 70s?
Yeah, or the old underground fabrics.
Yeah, it does have a municipal transport feel. But I really like the interiors. I think they're simple, but they're funky. It's got tons of personality. Yeah, I mean, the interior is still obviously basic. They reckon they've used 140 different old plastic cups and bags to make the interior of each one. We'll never know. But, I mean, it's a step up from an Ami, but it's certainly not a luxury interior. But then it's not a luxury price tag. I mean, it's very competitively priced, isn't it? It's not quite as cheap as a Dacia Spring. But it's you know, you're talking a range of up to, like, I think Top Gear had tested it and they were actually getting 150 miles, so about 220 kilometres, but the advertised range is 199 miles, I think, so near 300 kilometres. Top speed 130 kilometres. Get the boot, Mr. Boo. Mr. Boo's boot. Just think how many tents we could get in here and power banks for our camping. 300 odd litres I think is the boot. It's quite good. And obviously the seats go flat, as you'd expect at some point, or reasonably flat. Imagine the luxury of going to Lidl and putting your shopping in it. Not having to pile it on top of you like in Elton.
Martini from Italy.
Oh, don't get carried away. There'll be no money for Martini if you get this. we drove that to Barcelona.
No.
We?
Twice a minute.
Wow. Certainly feels a bit nippier than Elton.
Stay charged, we've got places to go. Twiggy's ready, let's hit the road. Stay charged, we've got places to go. It's Sunday night, let's start the show.
So, Mr. Boo, what did you think of Andy Pandy? I mean, the Fiat Grande Panda. Panda Grande. Panda Grande?
Grande Panda.
Grande Panda. What do you think of it?
I loved it.
Is that your review?
Yeah, I loved it. Thanks. No, I did really like it. It was very comfy and sexy, and yeah, I just thought it was really cool.
I think it's fun. I think what they've done is instead of what Citroen did with the EC3, where they had this great concept car and then watered it down, they haven't watered it down. It actually looks very much like the concept car, and it very much looks like, you know, it's not like Ford did when they redid the, what was it they redid? I forgot now, that looked nothing like the original. You know, there are really strong echoes of the Fiat Panda, the lights, the shape, the boxiness, and then there is this wonderful interior, which I think, you know, with all these nods to the circuit in
The
Lingotto in Turin and all of that, but there's just something. It's got bags of personality. The test drive, you know, I didn't put it through massive paces, but I mean, to us it felt incredibly luxurious, having driven around in this plastic car for 3.5 years. And obviously it felt a lot more powerful. It didn't feel like a super zippy sports car. It's not that.
No.
It felt very safe. It felt very, you know, you put your foot on the accelerator and it didn't fly. Like my driving test car always used to scare me a little bit because it was electric and it was so whoosh. Whereas this is a little bit more like sort of allowing the engine to kick in an old car. But it's got lots of fun. It's comfortable. And you know, it's coming in at €1,000 less than the EC3, and by all accounts the frame etc underneath is very, very similar. I mean, almost identical. I think the only difference people say is that the EC3 has got Citroen's unique suspension thing and that it's possibly a slightly better ride, but it's, you know, it's got tons of fun. And in terms of its, you know, if we could somehow find the money to buy it, in terms of what we want to do to be able to go camping, because obviously we tried camping in Elton last year, it drives you crazy, to be able to travel longer distances so that we could take you to places that we want you to see. You know, it has the range. You know, it's not a Tesla. We're not going to be, you know, you are still going to have to stop and charge. But you are, you know, you're talking 150 kilometers, 150 miles range in real terms. 199 is what they're claiming, about 300 kilometers plus. So, you know, you're going to be able to go into Italy, you're going to be able to go to the camping places we've gone to, put the stuff in the boot, put the stuff on the roof and get there. Also, we could go up into the mountains, we could go up to Lake Geneva, which we always wanted to take Elton up to Lake Geneva, but as you pointed out, it's like going to Barcelona, except there are even less charges and it's all uphill. But you know, obviously, if this is something to think about, and equally, you know, I've talked before about wanting to do more tours here and be able to take people out in the vehicle, which I can't help. You know, there is room, there is more leg room at the back of that than you thought, isn't there?
There's a lot more than I thought. From all the research that we've done and other videos we've seen, I still thought, as a giant giraffe person,
you'd be
I wouldn't be able
uncomfortable.
to fit behind a driver.
And you were perfectly comfortable. Yeah. So, you know, I could do that with it, and that would be a way of paying for it. Anyway, food for thought. That's the Fiat Panda. I think they're going to have a bit of a hit on their hands there, but that's just my gut feeling. If you've enjoyed this video, please give us a like, please give us a comment, please think about buying us a coffee. But most of all, folks, remember, whether you've got a Fiat Panda Grande or an Andy Pandy, stay charged.
Bye.